folks, a very quick Chelsea chat today. Last night it was Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1 in the Premier League Summer Series played out in the States 2023. And the team we started off with was Kepa in goal. We had Reece James at right back. Nice to see him back, even though he looked rusty, particularly early on. Just inside him we had Trevor Chalobah. Then we had Bashir Humphries as the other centre-half, with Cucurella at left back. In the middle we had Enzo Fernandez and we had Cesare Casadei. And in front of them we had, on the right-hand side, Ian Maatsen. I was shocked to see him there. Started off a little bit lightweight, I thought, but really grew into the game, showed his adaptability. Inside him, we had Nanunku. And on the left-hand side, we had Mykhailo Mudryk. Up front, we had Nicholas Jackson. And to be fair, we started like a bit of a storm. Jackson was offside once. I thought, oh, here we go. It's shades of Kai Havertz, but no, after that time, he brilliantly timed his run, and what a superb finish. What a superb finish. I'm trying to think, I'm not sure who gave him the ball. Might have been Maatsen, might have been Casadei. And to be fair, we dominated large swathes of the game, even though Newcastle, they keep the ball well, and you've got to chase. All those lads put a proper shift in, and yeah, I was enjoying it, absolutely enjoying it, up until we went into extra time. Where we got 5 minutes extra time from in that first half, I will never know. But predictably, in the 5th minute of 5 added on minutes in the first half, Newcastle scored. It was a bit of a farce, and to be fair, in that first half, I'd been thinking, how would I score Marc Cucurella? How would I score him? Because some things he did well, and some things he was abysmal at. The thing he was really abysmal at was the defending. Playing against a very good player, is it Amaron? A very good player, but he was getting fleeced, absolutely getting torn apart. And I'd like to have seen him stick him in the stand once or twice. I know you can't get away with it too much, and I know it's a pre-season friendly, but when someone's consistently, literally taking the mick out of you, and you're running around like, he runs around like a poodle, doesn't he? Like some sort of headless, I'd like to say headless chicken, but headless puppy. Can you get them? I know chickens stay alive when you cut their heads off. Not so sure about puppies. Don't try it at home, kids. But yeah, he was running around, and anyway, the ball got, I think it was a punted ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've watched it 3 or 4 times. I don't know what his thinking is. It's as if he goes to the ball, then he backs off, and then he just gives the guy, is it Amaron, just gives him space. The guy shoots in acres of space. And Kepa could have probably done a bit better, but then again, I think we're going to be saying that quite a bit this season if he doesn't get replaced. And it's 1-1, and all that good work, all that feel-good factor in that first half, sort of washed away in a couple of minutes. And I'm sorry, I'm always on about support, but Marc Cucurella, and I know it's only pre-season. I know he's still getting fit, but based on what I've seen, forget the fitness, based on what I've seen last season and these first few minutes he's played this season, he hasn't got a clue. Everyone says, oh, there's a good footballer in there. Yeah, it's very deeply hidden, very deeply. He's to defending, I suppose, what Jimmy Savile was to hospital visitors, or what Harvey Weinstein was to chivalry. His pants, 62 million quid, the biggest robbery that the world has ever seen, and that includes Brinks, Matt. absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, he does do some good things well. The other night, he set up a goal on one of his few passes forward. But I honestly think Chilwell's better. Well, Chilwell didn't cover himself in glory last night. Should have, well, had a great, brought a great save out of Nick Pope right near the end, by the way. But he done okay. Certainly the defending was better when he came on in the second half. Chilwell's better than him. Ian Matson is better than him by a country mile. If Matson gets sold and they keep Cucurella, I lose all faith. I lose all faith in the people running that football club. And I'll be honest, I haven't got an awful lot at the moment. And I'm not blaming Potch, by the way. That's aimed at the people above him. I just don't think they've got a clue. I mean, Gallagher last night, come on that second half, didn't do everything right, gave the ball away a couple of times, but I'll tell you what, won it back a lot more than he gave it away, and was one of the few bright sparks in that second half, to be honest, because they brought Sterling on as well, and he's on the list with Cucurella for me. Just get him down the road. I've changed my diet now. I'm going to be fantastic this season. Last night, shocking. And I know it's early doors. So I think with a City system where there's a lot of quick interplay, fine. But as soon as you start roughing him up physically, he's nowhere. And that's all teams do. That's all the top teams do anyway. Might be all right when you play against, Nottingham Forest and people like that. But you keep a player just for those occasions. Not for me. Where was I? I've got off on a tangent again. Because some of these players are so bad. Yeah, so Cucurella got to be fourth choice because I say Chilwell, Matson, and everyone goes, oh, well, not everyone. A few people on Twitter, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Lewis Hall's a left midfielder. Yeah, I know. I do watch the development squad. I know what he is. But all I'm saying is he's still a better left back or a better wing back than Mark Cucurella will ever be. Cucurella doesn't appear to have a big football IQ in his locker. And even though he's young, Lewis Hall's got that. So's Ian Matson. So's Chilwell. So, yeah. So, second half came Sterling. Well, they rung the changes, basically. They took Nicholas Jackson off, who I thought had been excellent in the first half. I'm so impressed with that signing at the moment. It's unbelievable. Even if he has a bad patch, which all players will do, and I know this is only pre-season, and I know you shouldn't get excited, but he looks to have everything. Holds the ball up well, runs into channels, gambles on space. And that's what you want from your centre-forward. And Kunku had quite a game last night, I thought, playing just behind Jackson. But they've got to get used to each other. A couple of times, him and Mudryk, you could see there was a misunderstanding. Mudryk, by the way, coming on leaps and bounds in confidence. Good shot last night. One wide and one producing a save. Got to the byline a lot with his trickery. Like the looks of the young lad. Really like the looks of him. At the back, Bashir Humphries, solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. And it makes you wonder, as he's getting the minutes and Colwill isn't. Let me know what you guys and girls think. Afterwards, Potchettino was asked a question in his post-match press conference where he said, well, yeah, we've got to get the squad cut because we've got too many players. I only want players who want to be here. And I only want players who want to work for the club. If a player says to me he's only happy if he's playing, that's not the attitude I need to hear. With Colwill not getting minutes last night and him giving Bashir Humphries minutes, and Humphries not looking out of place at all, playing next to the brilliant Trevor Chalobah last night. Anything in the air, even against that lump down Burn, he was winning. And we're thinking of selling him for 25 million and then buying Mark Guhi for 50 million. Work that one out. Work that one out. If that's not just money laundering on Breaking Bad and Sopranos scale, I don't know what it is. It cannot be a football decision, surely. Chalobah would be pure profit, whereas because Gahey's coming back in, you could, over 5 years, split his fee, 10 million a year. It's not a footballing decision. If that happens, that's a financial decision. If they get Gallagher in and they get 50 million for him from the Hammers, who he will strengthen, by the way, even though they've lost Rice, 50 million for Gallagher, how much we got to pay to get someone in equally as good? It'll be more than 50 million. You know it will. You just know it will. So anyway, I'm digressing again. Anyway. So second half, it was a lot more off pace than the first half was. Nicholas Jackson was a thorn in that first half. Obviously, when he went off, we didn't have the same threat. Raheem Sterling, just... that's all I'm going to say. Not going to score the players individually. Reece James grew into the game, looked very rusty first 10-15 minutes and slow. Got outpaced a couple of times, but you know, after that, it grew into the game. Back to the old Reece 20 minutes into the game. Anyone else that deserves a notable mention? Enzo didn't have his best game, gave the ball away a lot, but always made himself available. Cassidy, someone says to me, yeah, he's good, but I saw him play for Reading and he fades a lot during, near the end of the game, which he did. And that's a fitness thing. That's a stamina thing. And I'm sure Potchettino would have identified that and be working on it. Chalobah last night, I know Jackson gets all the plaudits, but Chalobah's my man of the match. He organised that defence like Thiago Silva would have done, and he won everything in the air. Worst player on the pitch. It's a toss-up between Cucurella and Raheem Sterling, but last night, because of that inept bit of defending, which cost us a goal, Cucurella gets the wooden spoon award. Andre Santos come in the second half. He's got to convince me that he's old enough, developed enough and experienced enough to live up to the hype, because I've not seen it yet. Makes himself available, decent short passer. Just haven't seen anything that excites me. Ian Maatsen last night, first 10-15, I thought he looked like a fish out of water. I wrote that down on my notes. And after that, he shoved them notes right where the sun don't shine, because he really, really adapted well. And I was thinking when I was listening to Potch, when he was going on about this cutting of the squad, and I was thinking, you've got to get rid of Cucurella, because you've got to keep Maatsen, because he can literally play anywhere. If Chilwell gets injured again, Maatsen goes in there. He can play left side of midfield. He can even play left wing. And apparently he can play on the right side as well. You can't let a player like that leave your squad. I don't think there's any way that lad is leaving that club this summer. Can't do, surely. And he's not an academy graduate, so he wouldn't be pure profit. So even the Yanks might have a bit too much sense for that. So that's me. We're looking pretty good. And with 5 places, I'm told, perhaps someone will confirm that, I'll have to look it up. 5 places, I'm told, getting you a Champions League entry next season, then I might be having a little bet on that. And I know pre-season, you can't go by it. It's mainly a fitness building thing. But that Chelsea side, for a side that's been thrown together, look like they really, really want it this season. And that's the biggest thing that we lacked last season. They really, really want it. They work hard for each other. They work hard. They look fitter already. So hats off to Potchettino. You know, I had my reservations, but I'm always glad when I'm proved wrong. Let me know what you think. That's why I do these. Thanks for watching. Please throw the video a like, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.